In this lesson, we will talk about compound path. Compound path is basically a path with hole in it. So if I put this circle on top of this square, select both, and I go to Object menu, Compound Path, and apply Compound Path. As you can see, it will now have a hole in the middle. And the good thing about Compound Path is that if you double click on this path inside, you can actually move it around, and you can even change the path shape like this. But if you move this shape outside of this compound path or this shape, it will reveal the full shape. You can actually see the same operation in Pathfinder. So let's recreate the same thing using Pathfinder minus front. So I have this object in front. If I select both and I use minus front, we are actually getting the same thing with compound path. And if you do not want this effect here, where when you pull the shape out, you can see the shape again, what you can do is, when you click apply on minus front, hold down alternate key on your keyboard and then left click. So this way, it will subtract the excess shape that goes outside of the compound path. Another usage of compound path is to apply gradient. Over here, I have three separate shapes. And if I were to apply a gradient on top of all the shapes, you can see that the gradient is applied individually to each circle shape. So if I want to have a single gradient to be applied on all three, I can turn all these three shapes together into a compound path. And now what we have is a single gradient being applied to three circle shapes all at once. And if I want to add a new shape over here, I can just simply create the new shape like this, select all the shapes again, go to Object, and Compound Path. So if I double click this, you can see that it flows along the gradient. And you can also release the compound path by going to Object, Compound Path, and Release.